Are you going to be okay today?
Well, we'll see.
Why? What's wrong? Kids TV.
My memory, innit?
We'll see. You're not going to remember any of them.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, you should do, because you got 5 younger siblings that flipping watch them.
Fair.
You should remember more than any of us. You should be like, oh, do you remember Numberjacks? You're like, I watched it last week.
I have 20 years to remember. Should be a cakewalk.
Ah, dear. Well, a cakewalk?
Yeah.
I've never heard that saying before.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I've heard there should be a walk in the park or piece of pie, but never a cakewalk.
Yeah, cakewalks. A phrase. Never believe.
Oh. Never knew.
Yeah, I heard of Futurama.
I never watched Futurama.
You what? Unbelievable. Does that count as a...
Yeah, technically.
I mean, what, as a kids show?
Yeah, technically it is a kids show, isn't it?
I wouldn't
some
say
way.
for kids.
No.
Because when I started binging...
Oh, no, not... Well,
when
yeah,
when I started binging it on Disney Plus, we just realised, how did we miss out on all these, like,
I guess it's like...
jokes?
Yeah.
It's like sort of The Simpsons, I guess, where
Yeah,
like younger
like, when
audiences can watch it for fun, but they're not going
And
to
then
understand
when you get
it
older, you
until they're a
actually
little bit older.
understand like the jokes and what actually is meant in the show. Like, oh, well, then.
Back then, what was your like favourite TV show as a kid? Like, the number one, you would watch
Number
every
one.
single time, no matter when it came on.
That's gonna take me ages to think, because there's gonna be one and I'm gonna think, hold on, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
For me, when I was a kid, it was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Who didn't like Thomas the Tank Engine?
Oh, but it was the number one favourite. I had all of them, all the series. There were 13 series of like the models. There was the books, the model trains, and then the animation. I never watched that. It's disgusting. Get out.
And then it had some weird spin-off called Tugboats.
Tugboat?
Yeah.
What?
It was made by the same people. Like, all these boats that had like Thomas the Tank Engine faces on them.
Well, they were.
I remember like one episode of it.
Wow. Anyway, well, yeah, I had them all on videotape.
Yes.
Not DVD, videotape. That's how old I am.
Same. Yeah.
And I watched them all the time. On loop. Oh, that was my favourite, number one.
Where do I
Yeah, I've got my one.
You've got yours?
Pingu! No! Pingu was class.
Pingu's great, obviously.
Is that yours, Matt? Pingu?
Oh, probably.
No, mine's Ben 10.
Ben 10.
The original.
Oh,
Not none of the updated version.
I
That's
remember
absolutely-
Ben 10. Oh, I
What do
watched.
you call that face?
And
I watched the first.
It's a little kid who could turn into monsters and aliens. How cool is that?
Matt's into cars.
I was into...
Your favourite was
You like
Rory the racing car. Rory the racing car.
I mean, could you go wrong?
No.
No, you can't.
I mean, it was on at ridiculous times. You had to be like 6 to actually find an episode.
Yeah.
And
I found out that for America, they changed Rory the racing car's intro because apparently it sounded too British.
Oh, joke.
Don't
It's
go to
hilarious.
That's
Everything's wrong. I'm gonna have to dig deep. There was Brainiac.
Brainiac.
You guys didn't watch Brainiac?
I think. Wait.
They were like the little robots, insects that would fight, that the kids would make and fight.
I think I know. What, like almost like a
Robo.
yeah, Robot Wars.
Kinda, but more CGI.
Essentially.
I don't remember.
Mate, oh my god. Ah!
We're making Matt feel a little bit old.
You old man.
You can't go wrong with Dick and Dom in the Bungalow.
Dick and Dom.
Yeah.
I personally preferred Sam and Ma.
Ooh.
Because I liked Sam Mark's Friday Night Wind Up, and I always used to watch that because it was like the last program on CBBC.
I was young and it felt a bit slow for me. Dick and Dom was quick and snappy.
I'm gonna have
Yeah, it was a little bit more.
I'm gonna have to side with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 against 1.
My sister,
Come on, guys! I did it. It's not like I didn't enjoy them.
I have a story about Dick and Dom the Bungalow as well.
I think when I first found Dick and Dom, I was just a little bit too old. Because
Never be too.
I have a story about Dick and Dom the Bungalow.
yeah.
When my sister was probably 9 or 10, she signed up to go on the show.
Oh yeah.
And she did get an email saying yes, you can, but they stopped making the show.
Ah,
Seriously?
Yeah.
how gutting! That is gut wrenching.
Horrible.
Damn. Right, how about TV shows you 100% believed were real as a kid? Like 100%, you believed. I think for me, and I think we can all agree, we all believed Trapped was real.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to those kids?
Yeah, exactly. You're just there, and you just see these kids getting trapped in their tower, and you're thinking, they never escape. Why is this not on the news? Why is there not police investigations about kids slipping, going missing every week?
Would just row a boat out to land, grab 5 kids.
I always stayed away from the TV because I didn't want to get sucked in, like in the intro.
Oh god.
They get the guy, like the teenager, and he's like, "Come here," and then they, in the animation, they get pulled through the TV and they fall into a trap. So I never touched the TV ever.
Do you remember there was this other Dick and Dom show called The Legend of Dick and Dom?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's like
I did
7
watch that one.
Yes.
Yes.
My favourite episode was the one about the vampire baby.
Well, the thing I remember about that one was there was a guy and they were trapped with him, and he was a cannibal, and then he ate himself, and he just starts eating his arm, and then you see their faces, and then it's just a skeleton there. That's what I remember from that, and I think that's what put me off Dick and Dom. Because I was like, oh, that's nasty.
Real. I thought Little Howard's Big Question was real.
What?
Little Howard's Big Question. You like Roy?
Little Howard's Big Question.
Cartoon boy.
Yeah.
Asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't watched it?
I know what Roy is.
Yeah,
Little Howard was
I know Roy. Yeah.
so much better than Roy. Like the comedy was on point.
Mm-hmm.
They only made like 3 series though.
Oh.
It was like from 2000. It started like 2008 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was real. I thought he was a real boy.
I was 100% Numberjacks was real.
Oh my god.
The Numberjacks are on their way.
No, don't remind me.
Everyone thought the Lumberjacks lived in their sofa, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And if you deny it, then you're just lying to
I was
yourself.
actually looking at my sofa and
I was just
bits.
yeah, I was literally just about to say that.
Where's the circle?
Yeah, I
Where's
would
the...
admit there have been times I've looked at the edge of the sofa just waiting
How
for
does
the
that
guy
work?
fly out, go on, fly out.
I know you're in
Watching
there,
you.
number 5. I know you're in
Can we not talk about number 5, please? What else did I think was real?
I thought the Slammer was real.
Yes.
Oh, I love this
Oh,
one.
the Slammer, well, that was great.
That was like Britain's Got Talent, but in jail.
It was a kind of weird concept because they were in prison for making mistakes,
And to get released, you have to win
Yeah, you have to
a talent show.
to win a talent show, and the only judges are these kids, and they judge you by how loud of a scream you get at the end, and then
Always-
whoever gets the loudest scream leaves.
I always remember the scary acts most, like the Halloween specials. I remember most.
No, I remember the only thing I remember from it. Obviously, the
The
guy
green bird.
who runs the Slammer, but
The police officer
oh yeah, there was the police officer.
and the green bird. With the
I don't remember the Green Bird, but I remember there was a Star Wars act and there were two Jedis, and they were fighting on the stage.
remember that.
And it was like, whoa! And then all of a sudden, from upstairs, there's Darth Vader, and he starts floating down, and we were like, whoa, how is he doing that? What? And I was like, what? How? And then he starts doing the lightsaber fight. And it was like a 2v1, and they finally did defeat Darth Vader, which is unrealistic. But it was great, and I think that's probably when my dad was like, "Oh, you will love Star Wars, mate."
I think I probably thought my parents were aliens was real, but I don't actually remember what they did in the show. It's just a
How
lot of
my parents are aliens. I
my
remember
parents
that.
are aliens. CITV.
Oh my days, I remember that. I'd forgotten about that show.
All I remember is the intro. I don't really remember what happened in the show.
You
It's
don't
just a
think
lot of just.
It was two aliens, and then they go to Earth to disguise themselves, and to be more authentic, they adopt like two kids.
But then they changed
Little
the
boy
cast,
and
and it was I
girl.
stopped watching.
I've forgotten about. They
Kinda
yeah,
like-
it was like really weird and whatnot.
Basil Brush. I never really knew what they did in that show either. It's just a lot of just.
I've never watched Basil Brush. What's it about?
Not really sure.
It's just a fox.
Just a fox.
He's called Basil, and he
It was
says
kinda
boom
like-
boom occasionally. And somehow he has his own show.
The way I would put it is kind of like Mrs. Brown's Boys, but a fox.
But yeah, with a pocket fox.
Right.
It wasn't it. Would you say it was almost like a bear behaving badly? You know, with Never the bear.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Good old Koala Keith, who lived in like.
Koala Keith. It's called Crazy Keith.
Was it Crazy Keith?
Crazy
Oh,
Keith.
Did
He
you
was a
ever
koala.
Did you ever
Oh,
watch
yeah.
the Koala Brothers?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, what a show! What a show!
My parents hated that show
I love
for some reason.
Here come the Koala Brothers. Here come the Koala
Again,
Brothers.
I don't really know what they did in it. All I remember was
It was
they had
just
a
help
plane.
people.
It was a bit
duck
like
to
it was a bit
They
like
just help
the song.
Fireman Sam or Postman Pat. You know, like Postman
they-
Pat
wait,
and
were they
Fireman Sam,
delivering
where they just like.
Didn't they like deliver stuff?
Do
I
so.
think so.
Let's have a look.
No, it was about two people. It was like rescuers, and they like help out and save people. Like Postman Pat, it was just adventures in this thing.
Do you remember
I-
NG Benji?
And
Yeah.
that
Benji, Engine Man, NG Benji.
that is like sparked some sort of memory, but I
He
can't.
was a mechanic.
Yes, he was a mechanic,
And
he had
there was a bike who was like a dog or something.
So-
We're digging deep now.
Oh, and there was
What
of
about-
course little robots.
There was another oh!
In a pile of scrap, there was this little chap. He had a broken arm, but he made it good and fixed his friends like a good brother
Again,
should.
I really have no idea what they did in that show.
It was a more. Again, it was about like just a group of friends and get into trouble, and then they have to fix it, and make a solution. Bit like Bottle Top Bill.
Bill on his
And his best friend Corky.
That show.
Oh my god!
I loved that show because it was so like artistic, and
Yeah.
it was like, you know, made like a scrapbook almost, a bit like Charlie and Lola. And
He's off again.
I even had books of those.
so did I.
And
So did
it made
I.
me obsessed with pink milk.
Yes, strawberry milkshakes.
Yes, I would always have it.
I
To
love
this day.
Personally, I prefer the banana milkshake.
I never really had banana.
Never had the banana.
No.
Like the Nesquik banana milkshake.
No.
No.
Only chocolates
Okay.
and.
Yeah, you would
Die.
die.
Huh?
Never mind.
I'm weird with bananas.
Hey, Riley,
Just
try
the fact that
this.
I'm allergic to bananas. That
this
makes
is
me weird.
For a banana.
Just
What?
Riley, try this. This is. Riley. Riley. Hello. Do we have any like kids TV shows or moments in kids TV shows that like scared you? Trauma.
Oh! No, Jungle Run.
Jungle
that
Run.
would scare the crap out of me. especially there's the bit when they have to go through that maze,
Yes.
and
yes.
there's that bit where hands come through.
Oh,
I
oh
hated
my
that.
days, yes.
And
No.
also when they're doing the final task,
And the door
closes
slowly
on them.
closing.
And like one of them gets trapped. And like, well, they're dead now. They're not going home.
Oh no, they're gone. It was weird because only one of them could really go through, couldn't they? And it was like a team of 3, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like, I can't remember how much time they needed, but it was like 2-3 minutes.
I forgot about Jungle Run because they had those little 3 monkey things that they had to collect.
The
each
silver
one.
monkey, the ruby monkey, and the golden monkey, which is like the big one.
Yeah, the ruby one was a special prize.
Yeah.
But like, I believe each mini challenge they also had to collect like a mini monkey
Yeah.
in order to unlock the door.
Mm.
Oh, I just remember the show. So I can't remember what it was called, but if you ever watched Crystal Maze,
No.
Yeah.
like so you know the concept, like you've got like you go into a room, you do a challenge, and then you get a crystal, but if you fail it in time, you get locked in the room.
Oh, kind of like the cube.
Yeah. There was a show on CITV, I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but it was set on this like prison like island or something, and you'd go around and you'd do games like, it'd be like, they'd have these teams and be like blue shark and like,
Yes.
you know what I'm on
And
about,
yeah, there was a shark, a scorpion,
Yeah.
a snake.
stuff like that, they were like different
Crocodile.
colours, yeah.
Oh,
And
what was that called?
Exactly, and and basically, and the final game was like you had to figure out the puzzle, like the words, on the floor.
Yes.
And if you didn't get there in time, and you didn't like do the thing, get out. What was it? It was I think it was like either tigers or like lions would like almost come into the cage with you if you didn't get out in time.
Nice boy.
It was like like people obviously like. Because you had to do that and then take loads of coins and put them up and basically to win. And if you went back in there and just about when the lions were just about to come out, you're basically going to... I always thought, great, some kid's going to die.
Oh, there was another one.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Fort
Boyard.
Boyard.
Yeah. Fort
Yeah.
Boyard, yeah.
Fort Boyard.
What channel was this on?
CITV.
Oh,
No.
I think so.
no, it was on CBBC.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's what I saw on CITV.
I saw it on CBBC. Might have been on both.
Might be on both.
Oh, there's another one that would sometimes freak me out. It was brilliant as well. Raven. No, I don't remember that.
There it is. It was with the tigers.
Raven. You don't remember?
I've actually saw the bloke. I went to a convention in Gloucester like 2 years ago, and he was there. And I saw him. I never met him.
I don't recognise the name.
Barney
Raven.
Harwood.
No. What was it about? What was it about? Its name was
This guy called. So imagine. How do you describe it? SAS Who Dares Wins, but medieval for kids.
You want to run that by me again?
I guess.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, just.
Oh,
medieval.
right.
I know these like be monk. There was this evil guy, and there was the guy Raven who turned to a Raven. He's like this protector of this land, and who guides a group of kids who join the show.
Okay.
And they have to like finish a bunch of tasks before
Yeah,
they get captured by these fellas, and then they would have like an actual story going along with it, and like to be continued. And like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, to be continued episodes then. Ah, damn.
Sarah Jane Adventures.
The clown one.
Oh,
No, obviously, for obvious reasons.
For me, the one I remember is the first one with the Doctor Who crossover, where the guy he trips and falls down the stairs and dies, but then that guy appears to him and he's like, I offer you a second chance of life. Takes it, and then he's marrying Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
And then at the wedding, all of them just come and they split the thing into 2 different times. One that's stuck in 1 minute, and then one that's stuck in the minute after.
Yeah.
And the Doctor Who bursts in.
Yeah.
David Tennant.
I was just gobsmacked
Stop
at
that wedding!
Stop this wedding now!
Yeah, but those creatures Like they had what? They were like
No eyes.
Yeah, I swear they had like no eyes, black
What are they
suit.
called?
They were like
They're
Slender Man
They're
almost.
called.
Teeth, like spiked teeth. Oh, they were just horrifying to look at.
What are they called? What are they called? I'll get back to you.
Yeah, that scared me as a kid. Those things, and then they came back in another episode where like Sarah Jane was a little girl, and her and her friend went to a pier and she died. But then those creatures come back and instead offer the deal to the friend that died, so that Sarah Jane dies instead.
The Trickster. I think it's
Trickster. Maybe that's the name of the episode. Might be. Bear with us, guys.
Bear with.
Oh, bear with it. Bear with it. Yeah. Oh, those.
Musical interlude.
Those
Yeah,
creatures. Oh, you're disgusting. Yes, that is just brought back years of childhood trauma.
No, I know something.
Not
I
black
can't believe you haven't
suit.
said this one yet.
What?
Grizzly Tales for Kids.
Yeah, I always go
Oh.
Grizzly Tales with gruesome
that's
kids.
good.
Oh,
Some of the stories in that were horrific as well.
yes. There was like ones where like a kid got electrocuted in a bathtub, or one where he turned into food, and because he refused to eat his parents' food, and then his parents ate him for dinner, by like not knowing that it was him.
But that show went on to like 2013. I was surprised how long it went on for.
That intro though, with like the 3D stop motion animation type thing.
Even that search, that guards.
Yeah,
old
that
man.
was like a flipping something out of Coraline, how amazingly animated that was. And then the rest of the show is just
like
2D animation. They wasted all their budget on the Oh, but I think we can all agree that ending with the popcorn. Don't you remember it?
what was like those worms?
It was slugs.
Yeah.
Nah.
And he was eating
nah.
popcorn throughout the entire thing. And then the guy just goes, "You're not eating popcorn." And he looks down, and says, "It's slugs." And then he just runs away. What a show.
What a great show.
Do you have any shows that you constantly watched with your siblings? Considering we all have siblings.
All of them.
All of them.
Every single one.
For me, personally, the one we always watched, no matter what time it was Ooglies. Ooglies.
Yes.
It's just about a bunch of fruit in the kitchen with googly eyes. And whenever that came on, no matter what we were doing, if we were in an argument or a fight, whether we were doing homework, whether we were cooking, everyone would just be like, "Ooglies is on! No, straight to the front room, sit down, watch it."
I would have loved to be
Perfection.
in that meeting room the day they show up.
Oh, could you? How did that
I know. Let's put googly eyes on inanimate objects and move them around and smash and throw them around a bit.
Guys, I got an idea. We get this grape.
Yes.
Go on. Googly eyes.
Let's put raw eggs, put googly eyes on them on motorbikes, and throw them across the kitchen, see what happens.
Gerald, you're a genius. You're getting a promotion.
Deadly 60.
Oh,
Watch every episode of that until they actually got to 60, but they're like, you know what, we stopped short, let's just do more.
Yeah.
Ah, that was brilliant. What was the guy's name?
Steve
Bagshaw.
Steve Bagshaw. There. What a guy. Just went around the world. He was like a kid's version of what was it? Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
Steve Irwin. Rest in peace, my guy. I loved watching him as a kid. Like the tarantulas, and then he was like crocodiles and whatnot.
Oh, there's one. The one episode that I remember most was the one where they tried to went to find a tiger, and they got chased by elephants.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Well, I never thought to put elephants on the Deadly 60.
elephants are dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you ever see like black dripping from their eyes? Because their skin is grey, so when there's tears, it looks black. So that means they are in heat for male elephants, and when they are in heat, they are the most aggressive things on the planet. They
You're not
will
gonna stop
charge
it
into
very well.
trucks. They will
Oh yeah, it can
kill rhinos
somersault.
just for fun, just for the hell of it.
Oh, in the episode, they weren't really doing anything. They were just like stopping to take a break, and then out of nowhere, just a family of elephants just
Strolled
starts
by.
shouting at them, and just
Elephants are dangerous creatures.
any animal is unpredictable.
Mhm.
Well, bulls, yeah, they're predictable.
Yeah, that is.
Horses that look like cows are unpredictable.
I think cows, if they're young around, then yes, they are dangerous.
It's usually dogs. If most people that are killed by cows, it's because they have dogs, and then the dogs scare the cows, and then the owner tries to protect the dog, and then the cow kills the human, protecting itself from the dog.
Yeah.
A bit like a horse, where they like just stampede you onto you. But of course, cows are much heavier than horses.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
moving on from Deadly 60
just
to Deadly
animals,
60
soldiers.
Art. Did you ever watch
Bloodshed.
Deadly 60 Art?
yes, they had an episode of like dinosaurs as well. They had dinosaurs.
Just remembered the only thing I learned from there was they had like those little segments where you could do things on like paper and whatnot, and I learned how to draw a polar bear on there,
I never did that.
and I drew that, and then I put it on a card and I gave it to like my best friends at primary school. And then the other thing was they painted a cliff on the floor, but because of perspective, it looked like a cliff from one side but not on the other. And yeah, that was amazing.
Has to be watched constantly. Tracy Beaker. I'm surprised you haven't said that yet.
I never really was a fan of that show.
I'd always liked the dumping ground more.
The Dumping Ground was the one that came after.
Yeah.
I just found Tracy Beaker so annoying.
Well,
The character and all the characters in there, but yeah, again, I believe it was somewhat realistic because kids are annoying.
Yeah.
Most
I
of the
watched-
time.
I definitely watched the story of Tracy Beaker and Tracy Beaker Returns, but not the Dumping Ground. I kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only watched
Right.
like half the dumping ground. For a period I just stopped watching it, and then I
It wasn't-
like,
went to look back at it, and I was just like,
Tracy
where's it all
Beaker's
gone?
gone, Liam's gone.
They had George. And that was about it.
Yeah, he was probably the character
That was the
Was-
favourite character.
I was George. I was a George.
I never really watched Tracy Beaker. It was more if I was watching like CBBC and it came on, then yeah, okay, I'll watch it. But I wouldn't turn on the TV specifically to watch Tracy Beaker or The Dumping Ground.
There were some like other like shows I wouldn't watch, like some of the drama series.
Oh yeah.
A bit there. I can't remember which ones there were.
There's stuff like Hetty Feather, which is like not recent, but like they've got like a couple seasons, and this is one of like it's like the Victorian drama thing. Where it's like a bunch of kids, and it's just.
What about Young Dracula?
Yeah, I watched that occasionally.
That was never one I was particularly a fan of.
Yeah, I was a bit like I would watch it, but I wasn't that,
Only thing I remember about Young Dracula is he was a kid or a teenager, and he didn't want to kill his friends and drink their blood. But his dad sure wanted him to, and he was basically a vegan. That was the whole story.
Twilight.
He was a vegan.
Like
He
Twilight.
only. He was a vegan vampire who
Was
would
it
only
the-
drink animals' bloods, but the rest of his family kept trying to purge him to do
Was it
human blood.
Was it the origin story of what's his name?
Edward.
Yeah, Edward Cullen.
Probably.
For sure.
It's Edward's dad's origin. The only thing I remember from that show is there was a family meeting, and they were all gathered in this room, and they all had this gauntlet, and it was some sort of ritual, and they all had to drink from the blood, and he just went, I'm vegan, so it has to be animal's blood, and everyone was annoyed, but the father did it anyway to respect his wishes, but the family were not pleased about that.
Horrible histories.
Oh, what a show!
The original cast.
Yeah.
Not what
Terrible
they got
Tudors
now.
are. I can't
I remember they had all of them on Netflix, and now they don't.
Talking rat. Horrible.
The first series was by
history.
far the best. Then each series got a bit,
Did you ever watch that?
No.
No, I did not.
Yeah. Guess I'm the only one then.
Well, say it was a
It was-
say it.
Oh yeah, I thought about
What
it.
is it?
Scream Street. It was on CBBC. It was in 2015. Yeah, it's basically just like a bunch of like monsters living together, and some of them like this. Basically the main kid is a werewolf, and his parents are normal, I think, and they move to the town obviously because he's thingy. And then there's this mayor bloke. He's just a pain in the neck, and you got this like zombie bloke, but he's like one of your typical like surfer blokes, like he acts high all the time, and then you got this mummy girl.
Right.
Yeah, it's all these bunch of monsters. Quite cool.
I'm gonna quick fire some.
Quick fire round. Go.
Very fast.
Oh, that's so fast, Matt. It's so
The Shiny Show.
The what?
What?
Come and join us. The Shiny Show, Shiny Show.
Huh?
I'm sure someone will recognise it.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
considering you're talking about horrible histories, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the horrible histories
Gory games.
Oh,
Because
I watched that more than the actual horrible histories for some. Yeah, that's only because it was on more, because it was like newly released.
how have we not spoken about the Tweenies?
It's opening doors left, right, and centre.
Love the Tweenies.
I never really knew what they did. Though.
They were just a bunch of giant.
Tweenie.
They were like giant kids because like they weren't like adults or teenagers. They were like
Oh,
They-
wait a second.
but they
Was
were
that
huge.
like there was like the purple guy,
yeah, Milo.
I
He
know,
was in like blue and he had like the
and then you had like the pink
Jake.
girl.
yeah.
And
That is unlocked a memory. I didn't.
It's like it's like Teletubbies. Like they act like they're younger,
The
but you see the size of them and they're
Teletubbies.
huge. Because like they were like full-grown adults in the suits.
Time.
And Teletubbies, you think, oh yeah, they're probably like normal height things. You look at them, no, they're massive.
I just
Did anyone else want to eat the tubby custard?
yes. I had a new.
yeah.
What about?
I wanted that toaster bot as well.
I had Nunu.
What?
I had Nunu. The what?
The vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a toy Nunu.
Do you know what that sun? Flipping terrifying.
It's our age now.
Little baby. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is
That's the
terror.
scary
That's the scariest thing. The sun is our age. The Teletubbies baby son has a baby of its
What
own.
about Fimbles?
Oh yes.
Thimbles? What's Thimbles?
Yeah,
What's
we
it
got
about?
like the Roly Mo.
Oh, I had a Roly Mo. I don't know why I had a Roly Mo. It's so cool.
I didn't. What is this Roly Mo? What was this
You're
about?
just some guy who just reads stories
I'll
to
show you. I think
people.
it is.
Oh.
Yeah, basically it was like these.
Do you know what the Hoover from Teletubbies reminded me of? Tuck from Bits and Bobs.
Oh, I love
Bits and
Bobs.
Bits and Bobs. I'm Bits and I'm Bobs.
What
Who are you?
Oh, that!
Tuck was made to be a toy.
I have no idea what.
Oh my days! That's
there's
a memory
there's Roly Mo.
I have
But
never.
Roly Mo was so cool. I don't know
What
why.
was that again?
Thimbles.
Thimbles. Everybody search up Thimbles
They
on
now
your
look like
phone
things of
right
nightmare.
now. And take a
You
look.
think about that. You look at this stuff and you realize like how
Unlock
terrifying it would have been.
flipping
Like, you're-
Like, some of the animation,
Like
I was like,
that.
what the hell is
like the
this?
fox thing, like the way he would move. You know, like he would like aggressively
yeah.
shake, like for
Um,
no reason.
back to the.
Bits and bobs.
Oh, I never watched that.
You never watched Zillas?
No, it was a bit weird.
Did you ever watch Zillas?
No.
Bunch of different type of like bunch of different monkey species, and they were just in a band, and they would just perform, and like stuff would happen.
Nah.
Please tell me you've watched that.
Big Barn Farm.
Please.
The what?
Big Barn Farm.
Nope.
No, I
No.
never watched the Big Barn Farm. Tell
It
us
was-
what it's about, Riley.
It was basically a bunch of farm
Little Red
animals.
Tractor. Yes, I did watch that.
I don't know what it is. It was a bunch of farm
Or
animals that
Tractor
could just
Tom.
speak, and they would just have like little adventures on the farm. It was so cool. You tell me you like never watched it.
Right. Do you have?
So cool.
Did you ever
So
watch
funny.
or
Love the
see?
donkey.
Not like watch intentionally, like weird TV shows as a kid. TV shows that just was like, ugh.
I'll give it a go.
The one for me that I like watched, or really my brother watched, and I just was there, was Almost Naked Animals.
That show was just weird.
It was.
It's just odd.
It was like, why? Who came up with that? And hey guys, let's make a show about animals, but they're almost naked. They're not
Yeah.
completely naked.
But like animals are naked anyway, so like
why would it? Well, I don't know who came up with that idea. Let's put animals in their underwear.
I
Why?
remember this.
It's-
I
Yeah,
didn't
and they had
quite-
the banana hammock.
Yeah, but it's like,
Hotel.
oh yeah, what? Because there's animals that talk, they have human characteristics. You
And
know,
it's-
we're going to give them clothes and that's like the actual humans. You don't see the animals in 64 Zoo Lanes wear clothes, do you?
Oh my days! 64 Zoo Lane.
There's one with a hand and one with a trunk and something.
Some are very
64,
big and some are really small.
64.
And the last one, Georgina, is incredibly tall. 64, 64,
Oh my
64
god!
Zoo Lane.
That was always on.
Oh,
that was like the last show to be on
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So relaxing.
Oh, mwah,
It'd be like
mwah.
that, and then like in the night garden, and then,
Oh my
and then
God.
and then the bedtime stories read by some random celebrity, like the occasional like Tom Hardy would just appear out of nowhere, be like, why is he here?
No.
Yeah, no, Tom Hardy's done like 2 or 3 bedtime stories now.
Waka paka,
Fucking
waka
sense.
paka, waka paka.
I remember the Tommy books. They were my favourite.
You know at the beginning where it's just the hedge, and then it's either like the blimp or
Yeah,
the
oh,
Ninky-Nonk.
Ninky Nonk the
Who named that?
I always wanted the Ninky-Nonk.
I always wanted the blimp. I don't know, because every episode I watched, it'd always be like the thing and
I
like
just
multiple
like
carriages
trains
that would just
stuff.
like come straight to. I'm like, no, I want the big blimp. I just wanted to fly over.
I loved the Ninky-Nonk. That show had the best
That
names.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waka,
No.
Maka
So what-
Paka.
Always annoyed me. Cause do you know at the end where they always used to do the little dancing thing, and then like they'd be in the carousel type thing, and then you just spin around and you see like all the other characters.
Yeah.
I would rarely ever see the big inflatable, the wave balloons or something like that. You know, the big like inflatable things that are like huge. Like one was like some weird staff things. I'll show you. Do you not remember?
I remember the little families, and there was a blue
Yeah.
house and a
Yeah,
red
oh, I
house.
love those.
Those little guys. and they're
I'm gonna see if I can.
they always went on the blimp and the little house in the Ninky-Nonk. But is it
Those things.
Maka Paka polishing
Yeah, the Tommy
and collecting
No, not
rock?
that. And those things.
I don't remember them.
Do you not remember those?
No.
I do remember those, but I rarely saw them.
Exactly,
what was
that's what
her
I'm on
name?
about. Upsy Daisy.
Upsy Daisy, and then they had the 3 triplets.
Yeah, the Tommy Boos.
The Tomby Boos!
I don't know, something about.
I don't know who named these, but they were a genius.
Is it bad to hate Igor Piggle just a slightest? I don't know, something about him just winds me up.
What?
Igor Piggle.
Ickle Pickle.
I don't know,
Why?
something about him. I don't know.
My younger brother used to have an Ickle Pickle onesie. When he was like really, really little.
Mm.
It was funny.
What about
But-
Prank Patrol?
Prank Patrol, no one.
Another Bunny Howard show. Oh my god,
I was
this
thinking,
show was.
did you know what? I felt
top
really
tier.
sad for what was his name again? Ickle Iggle Piggle.
Yeah.
Yes, the blue ones.
Yeah.
Iggle Piggle. You know, at the end, and he was in the rowing boat.
Yeah.
And he had his blanket as a flag.
Mhm.
Then you take it down and fall asleep. I always thought it was so sad watching that, because he was all alone in the middle of an ocean.
Nah, I just made me want to go to bed.
Going to sleep.
Yeah, so
I was just so upset. He was like,
No,
oh, he's all
honestly.
alone. Why isn't he in the night garden?
What about
Where is
story
he going?
makers?
Oh, that was just
Story makers?
story makers.
I know Mr. Maker.
I know Mr. Maker.
Yeah, I know Mr. Maker.
No, story makers. It was like one of those other shows that they have at the end, just bedtime story thing.
Mr. Maker. Ah.
It was great. Like, you know, you had those 1 minute makes, you'd always have to like...
1 minute makes.
And then that bird would just pop up
Yeah,
out of
just,
nowhere.
just in time. I made it just in time. Just in time. The thing I always remember from Mr. Maker is,
Here
now
it
be
is.
careful when you're with scissors, because scissors are
Yeah,
sharp.
And the thing is, there's something I'd always do with
And
my...
then they had the
There's something I'd always do with my...
prank patrol. No memory of pranks.
So that's something that I'd always do with my parents, and like every time we'd watch Mr. Maker, and
Yeah.
he'd go, "Oh, they're sharp."
Scissors.
2007.
I need to find the show first. So there was a presenter called Pat Sharp,
Patch.
and he did a TV show, and it was a children's TV show called Funhouse.
Right.
You won't know what this is, but So basically, it was an old children's
Tell us
show
about
back
it,
in the
tell us about
day, and like in the 90s, and basically it was a massive funhouse where you would do games and stuff, and then points, and you'd go into the big funhouse and like collect
Right.
prizes and all that, like TVs and stuff, and you holidays, and you could basically go home. Apparently, my dad said he was on this. I haven't been able to find the episode, but basically the dude was called Pat Sharp, and every time Mr. Maker would say, "Oh, be careful, scissors are sharp," me and my dad would always say, "Pat Sharp," just for the fun of it. But the thing is, that funhouse was really good.
I think the best part about Mr. Maker were the shapes. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Well, what's that noise? It's the shapes again. Let's wake 'em up. And then you'd get the duster, and then they'd sneeze and like, "Hey,
I didn't
am a
have-
shape." Do do do.
Memories. I didn't really watch Mr. Maker,
Didn't you watch Mr.
but
Maker?
what? I watched something even better. Art Attack.
Art Attack.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. You know what Shark Attack?
No,
I've seen
what's
it. I've
it,
only watched
other
like a
than
couple episodes.
art? What
That's
was it?
basically-
What was it about?
It's just art. It's just
Art.
a geezer doing art.
It's just people doing it.
Well, like Smart. That was another one.
What about Art Ninja?
No.
Yeah, basically it's a recent one. This is like not recent. We've been doing it for like 2 or 3 years now. But
There was a-
dude on CBBC called Art Ninja, and he's
I'm
some
just gonna.
bloke named Ricky, and he just like does art like everyone else, but does it with like these cool ninja moves, and like he makes these like massive pictures with his friends, and like
I'm just
It's
gonna
cool, but it's
play
strange.
something.
Big cook,
Jesus
little cook.
Christ, This was my. That was.
That was my jam. No pun intended. I remember from Big Cook Little Cook that they taught me how fabs were made. You know the ice lollies? They have like the red and then the white and then the chocolate with the sprinkles. They taught me how those were made, and it was like the ice lolly was made and frozen, and then they dipped it in the white cream, and then it froze, and then the chocolate, and then they dipped it in the sprinkles, and it was just this conveyor belt with just a bunch of lollies hanging upside down, going doosh, dunking, donk, 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 all the way along, and
Another very relaxing
much
show. Bear in the Big Blue House.
oh.
Bear in the Big Blue House. I never watched that as a kid. But I know what it's about.
I had him, the bear.
What do you think?
That was a
Well, I
good
won't say
toy.
that's where my love for bears
That's where
started.
your love
but, like,
for bears came from.
Probably. I just didn't realise it.
The ending song.
Oh, I remember I
a
did
classic.
see that. Goodbye, goodbye. When the moon, Luna.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the moon, Luna, meets up with the sun from Teletubbies?
No.
Do you reckon they have a conversation? every now and
Crossovers. Like, as they like just briefly cross each other as one's going up, the other's going
The
down.
Teletubbies
Oh,
meet
right.
Bear in the Big Blue House crossover
That'd be terrifying, 'cause
episode.
Bear's big enough as himself. Like he's huge.
Bear.
The Teletubbies are massive as it is. Like you'd think, oh yeah, there'd be some like height difference.
That is an episode. If you're listening, that's an episode we want to see. crossover between Bear in the Big Blue House and Teletubbies. The bear trying tubby custard.
No, I know.
You don't want to
what
see
would
that?
be just as bizarre. Teletubbies meets the Thimbles.
Oh, now that's $1 million idea.
And then Bear in the Big Blue House meets the Tweenies.
Alright, what?
Well, let's see the Tweenies.
Let's talk about crossovers actually. What crossovers for kids' TV shows would you like to see if it was done? Personally, I would like to see Rory the Racing Car and Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes.
Have a little race.
Rory the Racing Maybe Bits and Bobs and Little Robots. That might be an interesting one. Because Bits and Bobs was about the guy with the Hoover, and they were inside of it. And he'd pick up something with his hands, and then they'd learn about whatever that thing was.
This isn't
Little Robots. It was machines.
I've thought of one.
Maybe
this is probably for our kind of generation as well.
Yeah.
DuckTales meets Gravity Falls.
Ooh. Ooh, they're both Disney properties, so it can happen.
Yeah.
That is DuckTales. Whoa. I only ever watched the movie with the genie.
I haven't actually watched DuckTales though.
DuckTales.
Which DuckTales are there? The new one or the old
New
one?
or old.
The old one.
Yeah.
I've watched. Yeah, the DuckTales and the Three Wishes or something like that.
Gravity Falls though, me and my sister binged the entire.
Yeah, I've watched that show like
thing.
2 or 3 times.
I have not
We were so invested. Like,
watched
my God.
it, but I know about it.
It's amazing.
I have a question.
But
Does any of you have any like childhood TV show crushes or anything like that?
There's one very
Crushes.
obvious one. I feel like. Have you ever heard of Kim Possible?
Who hasn't?
Kim.
Why do you think I like Kim Possible?
No. That's why you like gingers. You like gingers because of Kim.
Through the sort of
Yeah.
Like bizarre ones?
Bizarre
I
one.
know I have one.
Yeah, go on, tell us. Go on.
Number 5 from the number jack.
Number 5.
There's another one.
That nice curve from the pie.
Don't.
I got another one. Gwen Tennyson.
Who?
Oh,
From Ben 10. Gwen.
I'm seeing a pattern
sister.
here. No, yeah, Gwen.
Especially in like the ultimate when she's older.
Oh yeah, Gwen, obviously.
Yeah. 2 gingers, what a surprise.
For some reason, for
And
me it
who's
was
that?
Starfire.
Starfire.
Teen Titans.
Please say Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, because we don't talk
No,
about that.
Teen Titans.
What do you think? I haven't mentioned it yet. Ow.
This wasn't. I know.
Also,
Probably Rose Tyler. Around that period of time as well.
Does Amy Pond count?
not kids
not
TV.
kids.
It's not really a kids TV show.
No.
Yeah,
I thought-
I was probably wait. When was season 2 out? Probably 2006. I was 5.
Oh,
Is there one TV show that nobody else remembers but you do?
Yeah, Prank Patrol.
Frank. For me, it was Underground Ernie.
Oh, that was stupid.
What the hell's that?
You've never seen it.
Underground Ernie was.
It was like the precursor to Chuggington.
They were both one.
It.
Neither could beat Thomas the Tank Engine.
I've got 3 that I
It
feel like.
was. I'll
heard
Google
of it.
Underground
It looks
Ernie
awful.
right now.
I've got 3 that I feel like neither of you two will know.
That's not.
Like a good. I mean, you might, but
I
we'll see what
watched-
Jamie shows.
Well, I've probably watched one episode of Chuggington and it wasn't good.
Chuggington.
You can't beat. You
Chugga,
can't beat
chugga,
Thomas.
chugga.
I mean, it's not as good as Thomas, but it's also cool at the same time.
It is
The thing
pure
about trains is just like,
nightmare
sick.
fuel. Look at that.
oh, that's horrible. You better.
They,
get
I
that
know.
right now.
I had
That's shocking.
this one as a toy. The
Absolutely
Queen.
not.
Jesus Christ.
The animation is not fantastic. They had a Sherlock
Horrible.
Holmes one. They had a Queen one.
Do you want Lethal? What
And I
about-
just figured out
Oh, what
Underground
was that?
Ernie
What
was the
that planes
person, not the.
one? There was one about planes. Some boy's face on an aircraft.
Oh, wait, I recognise that.
Oh.
Um,
I think I know what you're on about.
Oh my days, I found all the names. There was Bakerloo, which was a Sherlock Holmes one of like Baker Street. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was Circle, who always reminded me of a caterpillar. Jubilee, that's the like the favourite. Victoria, that was the Queen one. And then Hammersmith and City, who were the twins, who were really creepy. Yeah.
Okay, so I have got 3. I don't know if you might get a couple of these. So the first one's Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids. Imaginary
No,
Friends. No?
no idea.
So you've never seen that before in your life?
No, I've never seen that.
no.
Oh, that show's great. I've got the pops of 3 of them.
God, of course you got
And
the pops of straight.
What about The Marvellous Misadventures of Flapjack?
Flapjack? No.
What?
Nope. No memory of that. I also
Yeah,
didn't
This kid has the most annoying laugh in the world. I'll put it on in a second.
It's like Janice is laughing.
Almost as bad. What about Uncle Grandpa?
No, but
Grandpa in my pocket.
Grandpa in my
Grandpa
pocket.
That's Uncle Grandpa.
What's this?
And I guess you lot didn't watch Cartoon Network.
Oh,
Oh, mate.
Nina and the Neurons.
Nina and the what?
Nina and the Neurons. What is that?
Add that to the.
Oh my
Netflix.
days!
I don't
What
know
on
what
earth?
it was about.
It was
but
it was a science show, so it was all like scientific and whatnot. But oh my, Ninon and the neurons, just oh my, Google it. If you don't Ninon and the neurons,
I think
Google
I
it.
wanted to
Find the
see
pictures.
my
You will unlock a memory.
I wanted her to be my
This is a Flapjack laugh. I don't know if he'll come straight away.
All right, this is Flapjack.
And that was the time I had to wait in line at the post office.
Oh my days, that's terrible.
Peter.
How annoying that laugh was. And you did that like every episode.
Oh, for crying out loud.
JJ the jet plane. There it is.
That's the one who was still JJ and the
Jeez,
jet.
Oh, Lord, that looks terrifying.
Awful looking.
Huh? Well,
Yeah.
final thoughts?
Right. We'll be back later.
In conclusion, the 2000s was strange but superior.
Kid shows are weird. Kid shows are weird.
Ah!